Certainly not the result we wanted or expected last night against Everton. Dropping points to one of our biggest rivals is never acceptable. However, after the 90 minutes were played, things have gone from bad to worse for future of Liverpool's season. We will dive into this in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. We will also go over our 5 biggest talking points from the Merseyside derby last night. There is so much to discuss in today's video. So as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Mohamed Salah broke yet another record in Liverpool's 2-2 draw away to Everton, with his importance to this red side greater than ever. Arne Slot's side's point at Goodison Park on Wednesday night felt like a defeat given the circumstances. Just as it looked like Liverpool would cling on for their most valuable win of the season, James Tarkowski struck with seconds remaining. Still, the Reds are now 7 points ahead of second place Arsenal in the Premier League title race, so there is plenty to feel positive about. An influential Salah showing was one such reason, following another huge contribution. It feels as though Salah breaks records on a weekly basis, especially this season, which has been arguably his best yet in a Liverpool shirt. The 32-year-old bagged a goal and assist apiece at Goodison, meaning he has 22 goal involvements, 13 goals and 9 assists in 13 away matches in the league in 2024-25. That is the most by any player in the history of the Premier League, having overtaken the record set by Andy Cole, 21, back in 1993-94. There are still 5 away games to go too. While others are enjoying fantastic seasons in their own right, you are left wondering where Liverpool would be without Salah. He is putting together one of the great individual campaigns, so much so that a Ballon d'Or win feels possible later this year. Salah was Liverpool's standout player at Everton, with FOTMob noting that no player completed more successful dribbles, 4 on the night. He also had an XGOT, expected goals on target, of 0.77, which was the most of any player, being denied by Jordan Pickford at 2-1. On a night when Salah stood tall, his fellow attacking starters didn't offer enough. Luis Diaz struggled leading the line, committing more fouls than any other player, 6, and completing just 18 passes in total. Meanwhile, Cody Gakpo only completed 11, which was the least of any Liverpool starter. Diaz may have had the most touches, 8 in the opposition box out of everyone on the pitch, but little actually came from it. In fairness to substitute pair Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota, they did create one chance apiece, with the former playing a key role in Salah's strike. In some huge Liverpool news, Liverpool are hit with a massive blow to their season, as Liverpool are now expected to be without Joe Gomez for a significant chunk of the remainder of the season. The 27-year-old was forced off early with a hamstring issue during last Sunday's 1-0 defeat away to Plymouth in the FA Cup 4th round, in a latest fitness blow for him. Gomez was named Liverpool captain on the day too, making it particularly cruel. According to The Times' Paul Joyce, the centre-back is now facing another lengthy layoff for the Reds, with the club sending him for a further assessment on his hamstring injury. While it was hoped that Gomez's absence would be a short-term one, this latest claim suggests that he will miss plenty of the Reds' Premier League title run-in. This is a bitter blow for Liverpool's longest-serving player, who has had to overcome so many injury problems down the years. For Arne Slot, it is also a big concern, leaving the Reds head coach with just 3 available central defensive options. With Ibrahima Konate known for being injury prone and Jarell Quansah experiencing a difficult second season, there is huge pressure on 33-year-old Virgil van Dijk to stay fit. Wataru Endo has shown that he can do a solid job at centre-back, but the Japanese isn't someone that Slot will be desperate to use there. Gomez is going to be a big loss, both in terms of quality and versatility, having been lauded by Slot after a brilliant performance at home to Brighton last November. "This is what people told me when I came in," Slot said. "Staff told me Joe is a top professional who will always, no matter what position he's in, give the best for the team and for himself in the end as well. He got the reward for it today because I think the fans loved what they saw. I definitely did." Hopefully Gomez is able to still play a big part in the remainder of Liverpool's season, helping them win multiple trophies. If the past is anything to go by, however, it feels more likely that the England international will be watching on from the sidelines for a sustained period. In this part of the video, we will go over our 5 biggest takes to our 2-2 draw to Everton last night. Liverpool suffered a late blow as players came to blows in a dramatic historic derby, though a point might be okay in the grand scheme of things. Number 1, last Goodison derby at the wrong time for Liverpool. Liverpool fans held a banner that read, "At least an empty cabinet is easier to move. 30 years and 30 balloons were flown in the away end." Everton put the manager of Liverpool's title rivals and former Toffee Arteta on the front of the matchday programme, and there was the usual back and forth when it came to the chanting. It being an evening game only added to the occasion, and it made for much more of a spectacle than a 12:30 midday kickoff, the time of the postponed game, would have. Liverpool might have preferred the original timing though, not because of the time of day, but because Everton are a tougher opponent under David Moyes than they were under Sean Dyche. Even with their best player going off the pitch injured in the first half, Everton mounted an unlikely comeback to equalise late on. That wouldn't have happened given the state Everton were in December. Number 2, Mo Salah on song. The Egyptian had played a key part in the first goal, swinging in the cross that was perfect for the 5'9" Alexis McAllister to get in between Everton's group of towering defenders and head past Jordan Pickford. There wasn't much of note between the goals bar a Dominic Szoboszlai effort from distance, but when required, Salah was there again. The finish wasn't as easy as it looked on his weaker foot, and it required the composure that many players wouldn't show in that situation. But Salah trusted his ability, even on his right foot, and found the gap between covering defenders and the near post, and the fans sang his name. He tested Pickford again in the dying minutes of the game, but Liverpool couldn't hang on and see their talisman's good work produce a win. Number 3, bookings galore. By halftime, there had been more bookings than shots on target. Players lacked composure at times, but so did the referee, who let it get to a point where he was handing out yellow cards all over the place. It was a surprise there was not a red card earlier, but it was perhaps no surprise that multiple were shown given the nature of the fixture and the trouble the referee had controlling it. Everton fans wanted a red when Conor Bradley held back Abdoulaye Doucouré when already on a yellow, and that raised the volume in the second half as the home support voiced their anger at the referee and at the Premier League. Bradley was subbed shortly after, and his replacement Curtis Jones was booked just 2 minutes after coming on, and then, number 4, late drama and 4 red cards. Things boiled over late in the game in a coming together between Doucouré and Jones. Doucouré ran to the Liverpool fans to celebrate, and Jones took exception to that, charging into him before the two exchanged blows. It resulted in a mass of players, stewards, and staff storming in, meaning the ending to this historic derby was a fiery one that will go down in history. Doucouré and Jones were both shown second yellows and red cards, while Arne Slot and Sipko Hulshoff were also shown red cards after having words with the referee. It was an incident-packed ending, and Liverpool will need to take the momentum from it rather than let it affect them. Number 5, straight back at it. The rest of the Premier League returns at the weekend after a break for FA Cup action. Liverpool playing this catch-up match could benefit their rhythm, especially as Arne Slot has recently spoken about such routine being good for the players' fitness as opposed to tiring them. He was able to name a relatively strong bench at Goodison, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see some of those players start against Wolves on Sunday, where they now need a win to get back on track. Did we miss anything? Let me know down below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, please like the video, and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.